Masachet Zevahim Daf Kofiot, continuing from the Kof Tira Amud Bet, 14 lines down by the Gemara. Remember that. Hamaktir Kizayit Ketoret Bahut Hayav. Someone burns a Kizayit amount of Ketoret outside the Bet HaMikdash. A Hayav Hatzi Pras Beflim Patur. A half a pras inside your patur. What's going on? Because other dach, you might think, my patur is that. What does it mean that he's patur? It means if a non-Kohen burnt it inside. He's patur from being chayav. Amai, why should patur? Haktira, he still burned something. The Gemara says, Amara bizera marav hizda marav b'demriya marav marav. My patur mean patur. Patur sibur. It means the patur, the sibur of the people are patur from bringing it again because it counts, even if it's only a half a piras. Okay, Amara bizera ikashli akashli. Okay, no, I have a different question. Had marav Allah Rav said on the Bereta b'ha'afil b'dbila azer moder bizer would agree that even it counts. But the Harabi and the Azar love Hatraitama. But according to Bazar, he says that half a measure is not considered burning. So how would be Yosef? One has a marava. Regarding burning the incense by the outside the Hechal, the daily Ketoret, everybody would agree that it's good enough. Keep leaking words of Machlok Ba'aktara Defnim when you're doing the Ketoret in the inside and Yom Kippur. The more Sevar Milachof Navdavka. Those are holding need two handfuls. The Kohen Gadol needs two handfuls. That means specifically two handfuls, and therefore half pras not enough. More Sevar, the Hamim say no, Milachof Navdavka not necessarily. Ma baya haki katiba hukad ba'aktara Defnim. One second, when Torah says is the decree, it says the pasuk said decree. That's referring to when it was talking about the burning of the Ketoret of the Yom Kippur. Seemingly, you do need two handfuls. The Gemara says, no, inside, on Yom Kippur, inside, definitely no machloket. You need full amount. Keep looking where's the machloket? Only outside. For burning Yom Kippur incense outside. More so, Hachamim hold that since if it's inside, you need full amount, so to outside, never be batur if it's not enough. More so, other holds not, you don't need it. Marvar says, now that Hachamim don't learn Malacha from the outside from another halacha the outside, like we'll see, Panim Mahut I can learn inside to outside. How do you know that? Mahi, how do you know that Hachamim do not learn from one outer Kurban to the next? Tanabrit says, you might think someone who offers less than a kizayit of flour, and a half less than a kizayit of sacrificial parts. Someone who pours less than 3 lugin of wine, or less than 3 lugin of water. Yeah, have maybe anything I have. Another verse says to make it. What she teaches you what? Allah shalem hayav al chasei. Only hayav for complete but not partial. Now technically, less than 3 lugin of wine slash water has many anxieties. We still do not learn outside from outside. We see from here. This is our proof that according to Hachamim, if you offer less than a kazait or of a komet or emurim, you're patur. Where it says, Amal Marava Abbas re-explain his brayta. He gone de kavinu shne haseh piras. To a case where you had two half piras, meaning you had two see measures, mana in one vessel. More sevar mana midlay. According to Lazar, since it's in the same vessel, it's considered one full one. It's not considered half. More sevar lamatli opinion says no, it's not enough, and therefore if you burn partial, it doesn't count. Maravar says hashtuman the marakivud mana v'lo klumu. According to the Hachamim, said it's not that vessel means nothing. Kavashi shalapar, if someone doesn't 6 lugin of wine for a bull, korban. Umashach behen arba'a behekriv bahut. Then he took 4 out of the 6 and he offered it. Hayav echiav should it inayel because technically it's still ra'ui for the ram korban. Kavah probably ayel because he did 4 for a ram korban. Umashach ben shoshav behekriv bahut. He took 3 out of 4 and you offered it. Hayav because you're in the kevis because 3 is good enough for a lamb korban. Hasru koshu behekriv bahut. If it became reduced in the 3 and you offered it, you're patur. So what do we see? That from here that since less than 3 is not enough for pouring, if you offer outside, you're patur. Rashi says really you can't learn pouring from the halacha of burning. Even from outer to outer. You can't compare the cases, therefore less than 3 lugin patur. We can't learn burning from burning. Afagav, depending on who's, but even though it's from inner to outer, that's okay. So it depends. You want to learn inner or outer, it's only by burning, not by libations. Okay. The kulan shehasru, in any of these cases, let's say there wasn't enough, it became missing, wasn't complete, you are patur. That's what the Mishnah said. You probably have a question. When you're reducing it, let's say it happens outside of the Mikdash. Is that considered a reduction to burn it outside there for patur? Because pasul, or it's not considered a disqualifying a pasul reduction, and therefore if you blow it outside you're chayav. Me, I mean, given that if I got since it went out, you're chayav. Sorry, it's pasul, and therefore you're patur. Mali chasem and therefore it makes no difference if it became reduced or not. Sorry, that's the reason you're chayav. But if the Quran left completely, that's when you're chayav from burning outside. That's the bein, but since it's not leave completely patur. That's being approved. Hashma bring a question, but Rabbi Elazar, from Mishnah rather, but there actually akriv et kulan Mishnah. Rabbi Elazar says here, chayav once you bring it all. We see all. Mersan Arav Barav Hanan Abaye. Made Rabbi Elazar Pashid more. You're bringing an answer from Rabbi Elazar. We're talking about Hachmim. Mersan Maleh. Pitrush Mili Rav. I heard directly from Rav. Ad kan lo pligi Rabbanan led Rabbi Elazar. Ela de Isa Bene. The Hachmim only argued against Elazar when it was completely there. But in the case of reduction, they admit that it's not chayav if you burn it outside. Even if you reduce it outside, the Gemara says not proof. Even inside. Okay, no proof for outside yet. That's why I'm bringing the proof. The kulan shahasu in patur. If you offered outside your patur, lav tahazir maybe became reduced outside. Proof. Gemara says not proof. Lav tahazir maybe it's not a case inside. Okay, we move on from there. Next part, Mishnah says makriv kitashim. Some of them offers midav korban. Amai, why you're chayav for bringing sacrificial parts that are attached to the meat? Va'ika hatzah, considered a separation. Fine, same way like a ring cannot be worn on a finger from sideline. Versus the Marshmallow says, from a case where you turned it over, then the sacrificial parts are touching the fire or of the mizbeach, not the meat. Okay. Rabbi Yochanan, I feel timid l'shulchan even if you don't have to put over. Raham Minni, who's according to Rabbi Shimon, Damar he holds. I feel that you could even offer it on a rock or a stone, and therefore you don't need to be directly in the beach. So therefore, even if it's not flipped over, it's okay. That says, the same type of item. If it's part of the same item, it's not considered hatzisa. It's the meat and the fat are all part of the animal, and therefore it's not considered hatzisa. Okay, new Mishnah. Minhaj lo mitmasab krivaha b'chos. Mincha with the flour was not yet taken off from, and you offer it outside patur because you didn't do it again. Kimasab hazan kuzal you did kimitzad, and you put the flour back into it. You bring outside chayav even though you already separated it and you put it back in. How do you know? Gemara says, how do you know that you're chayav for burning it if you put it back in? How come the remainder doesn't nullify the comments? Right? So you took it out, you put it back in, but the remainder is so much more than what you took out. When you're putting it back in, it should be nullified. Where it says, the word burning is mentioned by the comments and the burning of the mincha. Which is like regarding the comments, the one comment's not nullify the next because they're mixing it. Even though you're mixing it, so to remind the remainder does not nullify the remainder. Okay, new Mishnah. How come it's a levana shekli b'taychad me'en b'chutz the comments in the levana flour and the incense of a mincha? If you offer from outside, chayav. Be'ezar omer pater achi yakriv et hashneim. Be'ezar says patur you offer the second one. If you offered one in, one out, chayav your chayav. Shaz beziche levana shekli b'taychad me'en b'chutz. You have two spoons of the incense of lechem panim. You do one outside your chayav. Be'ezar pater achi yakriv et hashneim. Here's the patur unless you offer both. If you offered one in the inside, one in the outside, you have. Okay, he has a question. What's halacha whether the comments should allow or permit the piece that is the corresponding remainder of the mincha? So let's say you burnt on the mizbeach the comments of the mincha and without the levana to allow you to eat the mincha. Then you separated part of that mincha to burn it later on. We want to know whether or not you're able to eat that part of the mincha or it's completely asur till you burn the levana. Misha shari or tushim English? Do you say it's mutar or it is just partial process done? You need to burn the levana as well, and therefore you're just weakening the isur. The Gemara says, who's according to the mayor, according to the mayor. He says that you can do pikul through a partial of intention, even while only part of the permitting factors were done. Misha shari is mutar because over here partial is good enough. He holds that you can't do pikul partially. Therefore, over here as well, it doesn't either because you didn't do anything yet. Partial means nothing. So Mar says, okay, We're talking about Be'ezar. Be'ezar, Kraman Stephen and Be'ezar actually holds like Hachamim. The Amar En Mefaglim B'Chazim Matir. And he holds that you cannot do pigul for partial. So therefore, the minha might not be allowed at all. So why is he assuming it's according to him? The Gemara says, so according to the Hami ben Mishnah, my what's the halacha? Mishashari oil to place like that. Do you say that it's mutar or making just the isur less? The Gemara says tekel. No Mishnah hazorek mixat damim ahos. Someone throws part of the bloods on the mizbeach outside the Bet Hamikdash. Amud bet hayav v'chayav. There's a Rabbi says. Also, someone who during the Hag pours water of the Hag outside is also Chayat. This refers to the water that was made in a Kli Sharet, used for the Bet HaMikdash, that was meant to be poured on the Mizbeach during the Sukkot. If you pour it outside, you're Chayat. The remaining blood that you offer outside, you're Chayat. Marabara says, because there agrees that if you throw the blood outside, you're Chayat. It says, you start in the case where someone had the bloods being applied and another animal was slaughtered to give extra blood, you continue from where you left off, and you don't have to repeat anything prior. So we see from here that the blood that you started from the beginning is considered separately and kiddusha by itself, and therefore, if you were to throw it on outside, that is considered doing the wrong thing, even though it's independently done.